Well, yes, we got Alfredo on Instagram, and yeah, oh my God, yeah. How is the sound, guys? Sounds weird. Alfredo, you have to now silence the other phone where you are on StreamYard. I went live on Facebook. You have to put that on silent, okay?
Okay.
Otherwise, we have an echo. Dzień dobry. How are you guys hearing us? Buenos días a todos. All right. Alfredo Garcia, he is like the best, the most beautiful dancer who incorporates Afro-Cuban dances and also contemporary and modern technique. And I remember when we spoke a couple of years ago in Jędrzejów, he has an amazing mind in all this. And I would like for him to share a little bit of his knowledge and attitude today so you guys can get inspired. Alfredo, say something.
Hello, world. How you guys doing? Very happy to be here.
Alfredo, can you tell us step by step about your career, how you developed as a dancer?
Yes, sure. It's a long story. I'll try to make it short.
Okay.
Well, I was born in Cuba. Yeah, at the age of 9 actually, my father decided for me to become a dancer. I was a football player, and he said, "Stop playing football, let's go to dance world or environment." So I started at the age of 9. I went to the Vocational School of Art. From there, I moved to the National School of Art, spent there 6 years. Afterwards, I got my job, first engagement in Conjunto Folclórico Nacional when I was 18 years old. That was my first professional choreography company, sorry. From there, I got my scholarship in Switzerland. Was there for 3 years.
Connection.
I got my job in Germany. From there, I moved to Braunschweig, 1 more year, 2 years in Saarbrücken. After Saarbrücken, I moved to Canada, Montreal, to continue my dance journey. Afterwards, I came back to Germany, and now I'm here in Poland. So I've been dancing for many years of my life. Many different dance companies, different ballet pieces.
So when was the moment and how did you take the decision to step out of performing? There was a moment when you said, okay, no more shows.
And in 2011, that was my last company in Canada, Montreal. After that, my body was feeling pain already, my knees, my back, professional dancers, these are our issues. And I decided to come back to Germany to take a break. I needed to step away from the stage. I didn't plan to take a break for long, but afterwards I felt on my body that it was needed to just to step back for good and leave the company for new dancers, because there were a lot of old dancers staying in the company and they didn't want to leave. And there were a lot of good young dancers hungry to be in company. So for me, it was a decision. Okay, now is the time. I'm in a very good level. So I believe this is the best time for me to step back and give the chance to others to become professional. And for me, it's better now to actually go to the coaching, to mentor people, to teach them how to become dancers. Because the stage, it was not calling me anymore. That's why I stopped dancing as a professional.
It's a very mature decision. Alfredo, do you have earphones maybe?
Yes, I do.
Yes, maybe try with the earphones, because I'm hearing the sound a little bit strange. Let's wait for Alfredo to connect. In the meantime, let me do some advertising. Alfredo is going to be teaching Afro-Cuban classes at the El Sol Salsa Festival live edition, small edition in May, 7th to 9th of May. We're going to be running classes with international teachers. You can find out more on salsafestival.pl. And also at the end of May, the 29th to the 30th, he'll be teaching Afro-Cuban classes for mamberos, which means all the Afro-Cuban usage in salsa that we use to enrich our footworks. So it's going to be specially dedicated to crossbody style dancers. End of May. I'm going to post links later once we finish as comments to this interview. And now, yes, we got you back. You're back?
Yes, do you hear me better?
Okay. Yes, I hear you better. Okay, so Alfredo, with all your experience, personal experience, can you tell us what is the dance coaching and now all about? How do you work with dancers?
That's a very interesting thing. You know, in my dance career, for me, it was even though I had the hunger to something missing. Now there is let's say the hand of a coach, the hand of somebody telling me which direction to go, telling me, okay, in what to work on, for example. So my decision of stepping away from the stage and becoming a dance coach is to exactly to show people the way, how to work. Schedule, your training, how to understand your body and to get the best out of every training. How to stay focused when you are training or when you are performing. Things that are important in a dance career that nobody tells you. So yeah, that's why I decided.
Also things like you need dynamics or flexibility, or do you also work with certain qualities of movement?
Yes, I give them different, let's say, topics or subjects. When I work with them, I give them, for example, every morning, I give specific exercises to work on. When they are in dance classes, I try to show them how they should behave in the dance class. Because most of the time when we go to dance classes, we lose focus because of the using the phone or talking, so we don't get to get the best out of training. So I try to develop a mindset for the dancers, how to get the best or how to get the profit out of each training. Of course, working on the technical part, which is a very important thing, I believe, for every dancer. So I encourage them, if they're, for example, dancing Afro-Cuban, or they're dancing salsa, or they're dancing any Latin dance, for example, I encourage them, show them how ballet or contemporary dance can support on their growth as a dancer, which is an important thing.
So do you have a group physically in Poznan, or do you work with people online? How do you work?
I do work online. Yeah, here in Poznan, I'm teaching. I have my group of students, so I'm teaching them, but mostly I'm working online. I have a dancer from different countries, so we get to connect weekly, to share feedbacks, emotions, any insights that they got, things like that.
Okay. Alfredo, I know you have now this new program. Karina told me that you teach Afro-Cuban dances for the crossbody style dancers, which is is that a simplified version, or because I know that you're very strict about Afro-Cuban is Afro-Cuban, and
Yes.
can you elaborate a bit on that?
Yes, as you said, I'm very strict when it comes to Cuban. And what I'm saying as Karina, she's a salsa dancer. I dance salsa, but I'm a Cuban dancer, let's say like that, in salsa. So what I'm seeing is that in more and more people who are performing or even teaching salsa, they are implementing a lot of Afro-Cuban steps in the salsa. So I'm creating it's a Afro-Cuban Academy for mamberos. I put it like this. It's to give them the glimpse, even if it's a short thing, of how the movement should look like, where the movement is coming from, also knowing the name of the orisha that they are performing, because most of the time people are just dancing, but they don't know the orisha, or they don't know anything about the person which is dancing in this moment. So I'm trying to academically, let's say, teach them what they are doing, how they can make it better.
We're going to have an Afro-Cuban Academy for Mamberos at the end of May in Warsaw.
Yes.
I'm going to paste the link later so you guys can join us. It's a very cozy, probably 20 or 30 people group, and we're going to immerse ourselves as much as we can in this subject. So Alfredo, how is life in Poland? You've been now here for a couple of years.
Yes. You know what? At the beginning, I was not scared, but I didn't know how it was going to be. Being so many years in Germany, then changing to Poland. But I have to say, I'm dealing very, very well. I'm very happy. I built up my family here already. I have 2 beautiful children, and I'm enjoying them a lot. My beautiful wife. I have a good community. The thing is that when I started teaching Afro-Cuban, even though I come from contemporary ballet, when I met the Polish environment of Polish people, I saw the hunger from them. So I always said that Poland would be a place to teach regularly, to be there consistently and push them even more. So now being here is I don't know if it was because I said it behind or back in time, so it was like a dream, and now I'm here. Very happy, very happy. I have a very good students. I have a good community. I'm also happy with the food. I love shurek.
You love what? Żurek.
Shurek, yeah, I don't know how to say, but I love that one very much. So I'm very happy. I'm very happy being here in Poland.
Anything you don't like? Anything you don't like about Polish people or culture?
Yes. Encounter with the mentality of Polish people. Yes. This is the part that I'm not so happy about it.
Which aspect of mentality?
It's always this being sorry or being not wanting to go out when you know that you have the skills and the abilities. But it's this shy. I wouldn't call it shyness. I think it's the way that Polish people grew, because I'm hearing that a lot, even more from my students in AWF. Is this way of thinking of being quiet. You asking something and it's this quiet feeling and looking here and there, like, shall I say something? So this is the most difficult part, let's say, of Polish people.
Okay, not very outgoing.
Yes, very much.
Someone is asking if you have already learned some Polish.
Working on it, now I'm working with the hours, learning the pierwsza, druga, która godzina, and
very nice.
I have the salute. Yeah, working on it.
Alfredo, can you move the other phone, the one on Facebook? Can you move it, because I'm seeing your lips only. I'm not seeing your eyes. The other phone, when we're the one that has StreamYard. Yes, this one. Yeah, is okay. Yeah, now I see.
Like this.
Yeah, and put it a little bit, somehow change the angle, because it cuts off your forehead now. Yes, better. Perfect.
I don't know what you see. I'm seeing my whole.
Yeah, but
face.
there's a part under that I'm seeing it's smaller.
How is it now?
It's good. It's great. Thank you. Thank you for that. So, what are your dream projects for the future?
Yeah, well, I have a lot of projects going on. I have the Afro-Cuban Academy, second edition. It's going to come May on. I'm working with the young dancers and dancers who want to discover their full potential. We're going to start working from May on too. The Afro-Cuban Academy for Mamberos. You know, I have a lot of projects, lots. I'm working on my book too.
Okay, that's
so
exciting.
yeah, it's a lot of things going on, and I'm the project of being a father. This is the main one.
Oh yeah, in an early stage, especially.
Yes, very early. You know, one is 2 years old and the other one is 7. So
months, 7 months.
7 months. Yes, very young.
So the Afro-Cuban Academy, you teach workshops around Poland, right? Can you tell us more about the projects? Maybe some people will want to join.
Yes, the Afro-Cuban Academy is happening online. Yeah, nowadays, of course, due to the pandemic. But normally I do it here in my dance studio, Boston. We meet once a month. Now this project is expanding, so I'm going to be teaching in different cities here in Poland for those who want to discover. Wrocław, I will be in Piotrków. I don't know if I'm saying it right. And yes, there. And still expanding. Now I will go to Krakow, and I will see how it's happening there in Warsaw. I will try to bring it there too. So many different in 3 cities also. No, different places, so that people they don't have to travel much, because here when we were teaching here, I had many people from different cities in Poland coming and enjoy.
Okay.
If I can bring it also there to them, it's going to be also more helpful.
Do you do shows with your team? Do you prepare them for performing?
Well, I created a project called Obara, last summer, and we worked intensively for I think 2-3 months in a choreography, Arara choreography, and this is to perform. So we're planning to perform it in November there with you. It's possible.
Yeah, of course.
I will start my second project with Obara. So it's Obara, but inside of Obara there are many topics. So we will move, for example, next month we are working in Elegua, working on the choreography. And then maybe they will perform it also somewhere. No, so I'm working, the academy, the purpose is not to perform, is to learn, the same way I learned in the school. And then next to it, I will be maybe creating some groups, or a dance group, so that people, they can work professionally, not only learning, but be in a community, train as a professional dancer in order to perform. So they will be here with me working intensively. Once I don't know, we will see what's going to happen.
So when if people want to follow you or come learn from you, where should they look for information? You have a website or?
Yes, I have a Co-Danza Academy.
Co-Danza.
Yes, this is Co-Danza Academy. There is everything that's happening to dance studio. Also on Instagram, I'm putting a lot of information. Facebook, I have my fan pages on Facebook.
Okay. Lorena is asking, when are you coming to 3 City?
I think in June or July. We're still talking about it. Soon.
So Alfredo, can you tell us what's there behind you on the wall? I see a lot of creative, versatile. Tell us.
This is the wall of reflection. So when the dancers, they come to the dance studio, they are not forced, but my recommendation is always to, once you come inside here, you have to look to that wall, pick one word, and this is the word of the week. So the whole week, you're going to focus on one specific word to keep you, motivated.
Can you read them for us?
Confidence, inspired, risk, trust, fearless, technique, ambition, passion, determination, temperament, spirit, versatile, creative, perfection, charisma, precision, freedom, strength. Yeah.
Nice. Inspiring.
We need that. We need that. Because of course, I'm working with non-professional dancers. So when you're not a professional dancer, you have to find a hook, something that keeps you focused. Because of the daily life. I'm working on in front of the computer every day, but I still want to dance. And I want to find a way how to keep inspired, so I can bring my dance vision or my dance dream to a higher level. So that's why when dancers they come here, reading that, it gives them that push, that drive.
I love it. Hopefully. That's so smart. I need that too.
Yeah, we need that. And there on the top of the wall, we have you don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you fight for.
That's so beautiful also.
So yes, they have to be inspired.
So Alfredo, where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Very interesting question. I would like to go to Spain. I'm thinking of going to Malaga. I've been so many years in the Central Europe. I'm missing to see the sea, the sun, wake up in the morning, go to the sea, and do my meditation, my stretching, my workout, in the sand. So yeah, this is my dream. This is what I'm hoping, and I'm sure it's gonna happen. That's the plan, but you never know. Now my kids are here. If Karina says, let's be here for a few more years. Let's see what's gonna happen. We don't know. We don't know. But my plan is to go to Spain.
And professionally, in 10 years?
Professionally, coaching a lot of young dancers. This is my passion. Be working with young dancers. I don't know. I have him in here, maybe behind, to be directing the theater here in Poznan. A different touch in the Polish dance theater, for example. But definitely, giving conferences and working with young dancers. Yeah.
You're giving lectures.
Performing.
No more performing.
No. I lost that drive of going on stage. And we dancers, we have to.
It's very interesting because mostly, when you talk to dancers, oh yeah, we love performing, love the stage fright, and so on. And I would like to continue the subject because I used to be a performer. I mean, I was never obviously close to your level or anything, but there came a moment in my life when I stopped performing and I got involved in other things and still working creatively, doing big things. And I feel I live my passion without going on stage and performing. I can live it socially by teaching, by organizing, by being with artists. And that there can come a moment in life when you just don't want to perform, and that's also okay, right? Because there's a lot of pressure on performing.
Yes, there is. and I met a lot of Cuban teachers. I was always telling them, you know, I'm a retired dancer, and they couldn't understand. How could you be retired? And you know, as a dancer, you have to know when to stop. It's very important. You have to listen to your body when you are at a certain age, because we dancers, when we are young, we don't. You know, I have as a professional dancer, I got I have a slip disc. I didn't care about it. The bone of my meniscal went out, and I still was dancing. But there is one moment when you have to know, okay, this is the time to stop. You know, the stage, yes, for a time, the stage is important, but it's not everything. This is something I learned from, you know, my career. That dance, yes, is when you're a professional dancer, dance is your life. But you have to know that outside of the dance environment, there is a different life. And for me, this is what I started experiencing once I stopped dancing, because I was as a dancer, professional dancer, you are a very lonely person. We'll say like this. You're focusing on your career. Of course, you have your dance colleagues around you, but you want to know. Don't each other. And you know, once you achieve that, once you reach that goal, company, you get a good money, salary, but this is not everything. Now, you know, you want to know what is out there. You know, you want to know what is to wake up at 7 or at 8, you know, and do nothing. You want to get the moment of, let me go just for a drink and not think about anything. Whatever I want, whenever them focused on our career. And for me, that was a point that was saying, okay, there is
connection. What are we going to do about it?
Do you hear me? Ania? Can you hear me?
Okay, let me finish this. Connection.